Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So this is one of my favorite videos to do aside from the monthly budget. It is the debt payment update, debt total update. So every month at the end of the month, I go over my debt balances, and that is my starting amount for the new month. So this does say February. That's because these will be my starting balances for February. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers. I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit. All of the debts you see here are credit cards. My husband and I do each have a car loan, and I also have a student loan, but we are focused primarily on paying off our credit card balance, which started at over $72,000. There are a lot of new folks here, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you how we got into $72,000 worth of credit card debt. We sold the house that we lived in the suburbs of Jacksonville, Florida in 2021, and we moved about an hour and a half south to our current property, which is in the middle of nowhere. We bought 2 acres of raw land with the money that we got from the sale of our house, put a down payment on a manufactured home, and we have been in the process of moving onto this property in this manufactured home since 2021. When we got to the point where we could move in May of 2022, we didn't have a fence around our property, so we also didn't have the cash to buy a fence, so we put it on a credit card. We also got a softener system for our water because we do have well water. So we put the softener on a credit card. We didn't have anywhere to park our cars, so we built a carport and garage on a concrete pad, which we put on a credit card. So just a lot of things that we felt we needed right away, which in turn we actually did, and we could have waited and saved up the money and did these things, but in the moment it's what we did, and now we're trying to remedy that by paying off all of this credit card debt. So none of these credit cards got racked up because we have a spending problem as far as month to month. All of this debt was acquired at one time between May of 2022 and November of 2022. So there's also like moving expenses and some furnishing purchases on these cards also, but no like day-to-day use of credit cards, month-to-month use of credit cards that got out of hand. Just us blowing through a bunch of things we felt like we needed in the moment that we didn't actually need. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and see what we were able to do to knock down this debt this month. So the first debt here is our Disney card. It is our debt snowball card, and on this card we were able to pay $481.42, which is amazing. We did have a lot of extra income this month, praise God. We sent half of our extra income to debt payments and half of it to our savings account, so we had a really good month as far as income goes. Our new balance on this card is $796.81, you guys. So I'm super excited. It's under $800. We paid $18.98 on this card over the month. The next bill here is a hospital bill from when our youngest son had heart surgery in March of last year. We are on a payment plan. The minimum payment is $50, which is what we paid, and our new balance is $855. And we don't accrue any interest on this. Next is our Home Depot loan. This is a credit card that we acquired. This is a credit card that we acquired at the end of last year. We started a deck project, and it just cost more money than we thought it was going to. We paid cash for most of it, but the tail end of the project we did have to put on our Home Depot card just because we didn't want to spend everything that we had in our savings account. We did want to leave some money in there in case we had an emergency. So this is on a 0% purchase plan with Home Depot, and it is minimum payment of $40, which is what we paid, and the new balance is $2,449.41. $14.27 was earned in interest. I'm sorry, I did say it was 0%, but I think we have 3 0% promotions and 1 charge on here that does gain interest because it wasn't enough. I think if you spend like $299 at Home Depot at a time, you get it on 0% for 6 months, but a couple of the purchases were smaller purchases. We were just trying to keep all of the deck purchases together in one area, so we put it all on the Home Depot card, but every purchase wasn't enough to get on a 0% promo. So about $300 and something of this. About $300 of this is not on a 0% promotion, and the rest is. It does end in April though, so we need to hurry up and pay off this Chase Disney card so we can pay off this Home Depot card without accruing too much more interest. Our Chase Freedom card, we paid $158.44. We didn't accrue any interest or pay any fees, and the balance is now $10,480.57. Our Chase Amazon card, that's, let's see, Synchrony. This one, you guys, we made a payment of, is this the card that we pay $68 to or $70? I think it's $70. But our balance is still $65.48, and I'm not sure why. I looked at like all of my transaction history, and we paid this card twice in November, and I guess that's because December encompassed the due date of it or something, where the dates we ended up paying twice in November. So I don't know if I just didn't pay attention to what we owed and was just taking the $70 off, because I know we have no interest or any fees. So this one we paid $70, but the balance still says $65.48. So I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's what it is. That's what it says. So our Wells Fargo card, this one I paid some of it to the old card and some of it to the new card. $63.67. To give us a new balance of $24.20.29. My VyStar joint card. This one we paid $62.53. We did do a balance transfer on this, so we have accrued some fees. The fees were $239.08. So our new balance is $61.54.17. Bank of America, we paid $136. And the new balance is $12,883 even. And then our last VyStar card, we paid $145. This is the one we had to skip a pay on. $11,484.84 is the new balance, and the interest we paid was $138.81. So we just made a payment that was big enough to cover the interest, so we didn't go up in balance. Okay, so let's add all of this together for the payments. We paid $1,207.06, and our new balance is $54,072.09, which is not a whole lot. It went down by about $700, but we did have a lot of interest and fees just because of the balance transfer, which should be a lot better next month because we won't have any interest accruing. So that's $4.1114. Okay. All right, so last month our total debt balance was $54,798.01. This month our balance is $54,072.09. So A minus B is 54,798.01 minus 54,072.09, 725.92. So 1 divided by our total monthly progress. 1 divided by C, total debt we started with, which was 7. Hold on, let me look back. 77,224.84. So this divided by 77,224.84. Move the decimal 2 places. So that means 0.94%. So not quite 1% did we make progress in our debt. And last month we did, I think it was 1% on the dot. 1.09%. 54,072.09. So our overall debt progress is 77,224.84 minus 54,072.09. We've paid off $23,152.75. Divide that by 77,224.84. Move the decimal to 29.98%. So almost 30% of our debt we have paid off, which is super. So, all right, are you guys ready for some coloring? I know I am. I'm gonna zoom you out so we can go over my trackers. Okay, so here it is. Our debt snowball card. It's almost done. Our goal is to have this card paid off in March. So I'm positive we can do it. March is a magic month for at least one of us. So we'll have some extra income. As far as this month goes, our new balance is $796. So not quite $707, but more than $849. So we're gonna color in 1, 2, 3 lines. Super. All right, this is the tracker for my son's hospital bill. I went ahead and put dots on the ones that we needed to color, so I wasn't taking too much time. We get to color in 5 squares on this one. Okay, next is Home Depot. Feels like it's gonna be forever to finish this. But it is the card we're going to work on after we finish our Chase Disney card. We are planning to pay off the Chase Disney, this Home Depot card, and the medical bill you just saw this year, on top of making our minimum payments for everything else. Finally making some progress on this Amazon card. The balance is $89.68, so just under $89.87, so we can color one line. And I've already checked these. We have not made enough progress to color any of these. This is our overall debt picture. This is my debt-free land, Candyland as Carter likes to call it. So we're at 29.98%. This is 25. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30% would be this September 23 colored box we have here. So since we did add debt around September, because we moved the medical bill from like my monthly expenses into my debt, and then we added the Home Depot, which added about $3,000, a little more than $3,000. It did set us back, so we're not able to color in another square on our debt-free land today, but we definitely should be able to starting next month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, getting to see my updated debt balances. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with someone you know would enjoy it. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.